Well, it's been another slow week on eBay. It's about 2 or 3 weeks in a row that things have not been at their average, even though we had a very busy summer. I decided to sell my fake fireplace with the stereo and bar in it. It's called a Coronet. It's built in East Germany, late 60s, early 70s for the North American market. And I bought this about 3 years ago for $100 on an online auction in Rock Valley, Iowa. And even though I fixed the head unit, it just didn't sound very good. So I replaced it with this Panasonic, and it's even got a cassette player in it, along with the original 8-track and record player. And once I got that done, I decided to put it up for sale. It's got a nice piano finish, which is typical of the German radios of that era. And I put it up for $500 thinking, oh, this is going to take a long time to sell locally. And someone from Iowa again showed up and paid me the cash. He had helpers, and out the door it went. So it was a very helpful sale this week. I also sold this turntable locally. This is a McDonnell Douglas BSR turntable. It's a professional model. It's a little more advanced than the cheaper BSRs. And after servicing this, well, actually before I even serviced it, this guy, actually he lives about an hour away, was messaging me after he had bought a turntable from me about a year ago, wanting another one. And so I got back to him that I had this one ready to go, and he came and picked it up for $130. This is an emergency roadside light, warning light, and sort of a spotlight for if you want to do some work on your car. If you have a 1955 or older car, because this is a 6-volt system. And I figured that out by hooking this up to a 12-volt power source, and it worked for a little bit and then burned the light bulbs out. It's very curious. This is called a protects you light. And I bought, I believe, 6 of these. And so I replaced the light bulb with 12-volt bulbs, and it works just fine, and sold it that way. The way you're supposed to hook this up is either on your battery clamp, or I can do this one-handed here. There we go. This will fit in your tail light socket of your old car and power the warning lamp that way. The red dome will flash, or you can set it for steady, and then you can have either both lights on or just one or the other. Curious little oddity from the 1950s, and I sold this one with the 12-volt light bulbs in it for $25. I've got a 6-volt power source, and I'm going to do the rest of them as 6-volt, with the caveat that you can replace the bulbs with 12 volts. Again, this little protects you light sold for $25. Hey, look at that, another VHS tape rewinder. Haven't sold one of these in a long time. Of course, this is the only one I've had up for probably the past year. I think I have a few more in the stock room I should probably put up. In any case, this is a Kino, and it's a pretty advanced one. It's got both rewind and fast forward. I've got a counter on it. And let's see, waiting for my eBay page to open up. I think this sold for $25. What do you think of my new scale? It's the Accutech brand that I've had before, but this one doesn't have a removable display, but it does have a little hold button, which is nice. So when you can't see the display, you could just hit the button, take the piece off, and there it is. The other one I had for a couple of years. A lot of people have that other Accutech with the display that you can set off to the side. But I kind of destroyed that one over a couple of years, 3-4 years time. Let's see, this did sell for $25, this Kinyo rewinder. This is a side mirror off a 1960s Ford, either car or truck, via the part number there. C is always for 60 and the 7 for 67. And I see these at garage sales all the time, you know, odd parts here and there. And if they're only like 50 cents to $1, I'll pick them up. And this sold for $25. This clock is put out by the Franciscan Dinnerware Company of England. And this is the Desert Rose pattern. And I found this at a garage sale for 50 cents. And it only took a week or so to sell. And it went for $20. This is a part out of a Marantz amplifier. It just goes to show that on a Marantz, just about every part is saleable. This is the auxiliary outlet, say for the amplifier. You'd find it in the back of the amplifier, so you could plug your turntable or cassette deck into it. And the reason I thought this would sell is because oftentimes on amps I see these as cracked and broken. So somebody wants theirs to be pristine and found this from me. And that sold for, I guess it didn't sell for too much, 12 bucks. Very slow time of the year right now. This is just a control knob off of a Pioneer amplifier. This will fit many different types and will work on, you know, tone, balance, volume, those kind of controllers. And this is just off of a Pioneer that I decided to part out instead of fix. And this sold for $12.